Come with me on a pretty interesting day in my life as a vascular sonographer in an outpatient facility.
Disclaimer, of course, I can't show you everything because of patient privacy.
First, I usually start out my day by staring into space for about 5 minutes. Since by the time I set up my phone to record myself, which feels very weird, by the way, I had already waken up a little bit, so that didn't take quite as long. Have you ever wondered if sonographers dream about ultrasounds? Well, the answer is yes, for me at least. Because at this very moment, I remembered what I had dreamt about last night. So let me tell you what was on the latest episode of Drew's Dreams. I dreamed about a cross between two different people, this girl I do know named Alex, and a random man. I was doing a bilateral DVT study in a library. The patient would not let me finish the left leg because he wanted to heat up some asparagus in a microwave and eat it first before I finished the exam. And I was like, no, I've got other patients starting at 10. And the librarian agreed. She told him, no, you need to finish your testing first. You can see myself laughing as I'm recalling all of this. So later in the dream, I was walking in a huge crowd, and the woman portion of the character started following me and harassing me until I called for security. So that was the dream. So now I grab my laptop so that I can read something from the Bible, because some of the patients I deal with during the day are absolutely wild. I need some positivity to start my day off right and just something to keep me grounded. Otherwise, I probably would lose my mind. Now I turn on my sun lamp that I recently bought because I don't get enough sunlight where I live, and I wanted something to help me improve my mood and energy. It definitely works. I absolutely love it. Since I have the most energy in the morning time, I like to make my bed and straighten up around the house. Because by the time I get back from work, I have zero energy. I don't want to do anything productive. So it's best for me to use my energy when I have it the most. Next, I get ready to go to the gym for a little while. I really try to make this a practice because the majority of the patient population that I work with is elderly. There are some that don't look bad at all for their age. They have good posture, they're standing up straight, they're very mobile. However, the majority of them have very limited mobility, they're hunched over, and they can't barely move, and I don't want that for my life. Things can happen that are completely out of your control, but I really want to control the things that I can control, work on my mobility and my flexibility while I'm young. My new favorite thing to do at the gym is to get on the recumbent bike. I increase and decrease my speed and intensity, and this allows me to be able to use my phone while I work out. So I usually actually am doing work on my phone. I'm not just scrolling, so I am being productive. So this morning I finally checked the tracking on one of the packages that I've been looking for, and I found out it was delivered 4 days ago. So I go to the mailroom and pick up my package so we can unbox it together.
As you can see, I've already gotten dressed.
Here I'm getting my food together. And so I ordered some new shoes and new soles for my old pair of work shoes to replenish them. So especially since I have flat feet, I do not skimp on good work shoes. I swear by the Allegria, I don't know how to pronounce it, brand. These shoes last so long. My last pair lasted me 3 years. About a year and a half in, I purchased a new set of soles for that pair so that I could renew the shoe and they could last me the rest of those 3 years. So I'm excited about trying this slip-on design of the shoe. As you can probably tell, I do love blue and green. You will see that throughout this video. I do my little walk test to see if they fit all right. I probably could have sized down a little bit, but I don't like my toes feeling too tight. At this point, I'm really running behind, so I rush around, get my breakfast and my lunch together. I pack everything up and run out the door. I drive to work and make it by 7:55 a.m.
The majority of this video has been me not at work thus far, and that's because I wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. I enjoyed living a little bit of my own life before getting to work.
My shift starts at 8 a.m.
I made it just in time. I log in on my laptop, check the schedule for the day, see if anything needs to be adjusted. Of course, I gotta reapply chapstick. We have a lot of PVR exams, or pulse volume recording exams. We have a lot of carotid ultrasounds and a couple of DVT studies to perform after venous ablation. An ablation is a procedure that burns closed superficial veins that aren't functioning properly, that where the valves are not working properly and they are demonstrating reflux. So this burns close the veins so that veins with valves that do work properly perform more work. Next, I walk down to the break room to put my food away, and I try to speak to everyone in the front end staff, because wouldn't it be annoying if the only time I spoke to them was when I needed something? Shout out to my coworker for giving me this 3D printed elephant phone holder. So that is what I have my phone sitting on the majority of this video, so that I can record. Now, what you see me doing here is essential as a healthcare worker who doesn't want to be ashy. Constantly sanitizing and washing your hands dries your skin out, and the climate where I live doesn't help either. Here I look up some codes so that I can order some exams in the computer that the staff is telling me that we need today. So these are add-on exams that are not on the schedule that we still have to perform. Today was very busy. It's already starting to be a very busy morning. Today was kind of interesting because I got a new laptop for work. I do have a laptop that I have to carry around with me, especially since I travel to different sites that are part of the same company. So here's the new one. It's got some tape on it for whatever reason. So I'm doing a vein mapping as one of the add-ons. This is my worksheet. Here I'm using this squishy thingy to strengthen my muscles in my wrist, since my wrist has been bothering me a lot lately. This is a while later and my laptop is still downloading the apps that I need for viewing images. We use Synapse. And look, another add-on. We have a reflux exam, which usually takes about an hour, so we have to do that now. And here I'm copying down the patient's information to my worksheet. Here's our board that we use to keep the staff up to date on what's going on with each patient, whether they're ready to see the doctor, getting intake, or they're getting an ultrasound. Now I finally get a moment to use the restroom. It feels good to finally use something besides just hand sanitizer, so I can really get in there and get cleaned, because I often deal with wounds and flaky skin. I really don't know why people don't moisturize. Some people is vascular juice. Some people, you just not putting on lotion. Since I finally have a little bit of time to myself, this is where I take some time to take a few deep breaths and remind myself to relax and not rush. I just need to focus on one exam at a time. I just wanted to show you all the prices of some of these ultrasounds. It seems crazy, but apparently the insurance only reimburses the facility a fraction of these prices. Let me know what y'all think. Now I'm back at my desk, and yes, this is my second time putting on chapstick in this video, because one thing I'm not going to do is have chapped lips. This is my desert island item. This is my must bring to a desert island. I have to have my chapstick. So here I'm updating my Epic, the electronic health record software that we use to make sure my tracking is up to date, that I've started and ended my exams, and I start to write up my exams. I did not have much time during the day because we're going. So I'm finally getting a chance to write up a bunch of the exams that we have performed. Finally, it is my favorite part of the day, lunchtime. This allows me to recharge, to have some time by myself so that I can recenter my thoughts, do something maybe that I enjoy, or get some work done.
By that, I mean work on my business, not on my formal job. I'm not doing that during lunch.
Whatever I need to do to fill my cup up so that I'm able to do my work as best as I can. I finally have a moment to show you my exam that I work with primarily. I believe this is the Philips Epic 7, and we also have a couple of GE machines in one of our offices, and we have, of course, our arterial machine that's separate. And I'm showing off some of my scan assist protocols that I have built into this machine myself because it just makes things so much easier. Let me know if any of you guys like to use scan assist as well. I feel like it makes me way more efficient and ensures that I don't forget anything. Guess what? It's near the end of the day and we have more add-ons. We have a vein mapping and a carotid that I have to perform before I finish writing up my exams and go home. I'm almost at my step goal for the day, even though I didn't put my watch on until later. And finally, I am tired. Today was a lot. So I'm walking out, ready to go to my car and go home. So usually at the end of the day, I kind of just put my feet up, relax. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like and stay tuned for more.